Check, check. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. You can hear us now, but
Check, check. All right, now it should. There we go.
There we go.
All right, now we can start this over. All right. Go ahead and mute that on your end there. So I don't get no feedback.
It's not working anymore.
Yeah, I'm showing levels now, so we should be good. Go ahead and mute us over there.
A mutation.
All right, check. Go ahead and give me something.
Check, son.
All right, yeah, it says it's working for us now, so let's go ahead and start it over.
Well, that's what we do best.
That's right.
And welcome to the Average Marks Pro Wrestling Podcast, episode number 83. We are broadcasting live from the CBD4U.net studios. You don't have to live in pain anymore. You can sleep easier. It can help with anxiety and depression and so much more. CBD is an amazing herb coming from a plant that is 100% natural, and it's not going to hurt your organs like ibuprofen or Aleve or anything like that. It is CBD, and it is an amazing miracle medicine. My wife takes it, and it does great things for her. CBD4U.net. That's CBD4YOU.net.
Yes, it is the Average Marks episode number 83. On today's episode, we're going to do another Bang energy drink taste test. It is the Rainbow Unicorn flavor. I have not tried this one yet, so
good.
You're going to go ahead and pour that here in just a second.
Yep.
Also, we're going to recap Fight for the Fallen, which was Saturday night, another great show for AEW. Extreme Rules also on Sunday night. That was another good show. We're going to talk about that as well. StarCast 3 announced a big appearance, so to speak, today. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit as well. Also, big return Monday Night Raw. We're going to talk about that. Give you a little G1 Climax update. I did not watch night number 5, which was earlier today, so we will not talk about that night, but I watched the first 4 nights. So the first 2 nights of both A and B block. We will I'll recap that for you, but of course, still a long way to go in the G1. Also, some rumor mill stuff. We have some rumors about Kevin Owens' pipe bombs that he's been dropping. Also, some Finn Balor rumors, some Jon Moxley rumors, and a little cheap heat between, we're going to talk about the SmackDown creative crew and Eric Bischoff, how that's going to be going on. And also Jefferson Hardy has been arrested, so we'll talk about that as well. All of that coming up on the Average Marks, episode number 83.
That's right. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope. Where else are we at, Patrick? Is that it?
Periscope, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon. Patreon, if you want to help donate to the cause.
Yeah, you can do as little as $1 a month, and if enough people do that, that will help change this show tremendously. We'll be able to pimp out the studio. We'll be able to get new stuff because we're going to put it right back into the show.
Yeah.
We're not in this to make money. We're in this to talk about wrestling and have a great time.
Absolutely.
If you want to help make the show better, you can do that. If you appreciate our content, patreon.com/theaveragemarks. Now, speaking of taste tests, before we get into this, have you taste tested the new Burger King tacos yet?
Burger King tacos?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you the last time I've been to Burger King outside of maybe breakfast.
Well, that's a shame because their breakfast is terrible.
They had this new... It's a French toast sandwich where the bread is French toast.
Yeah, how was that?
It was good. I liked it.
Really?
It was. I ordered one.
Did you get it with the sausage?
I can't remember
because their sausage patty's garbage.
Well, I got it with the bacon, I think.
Okay, well, that probably saved
but it was very small. I'll say that. I probably should have gotten 2 of them, but I don't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
But they're a lot smaller than I expect. I say a lot smaller. They're for a guy who. And I don't eat a lot, but I have a roommate. His metabolism is through the roof, and that dude can eat 5 meals a day.
God bless him.
He would probably have to get at least 3 or 4 of them, but then again, he wouldn't be caught dead at Burger King. So, but yeah, they were a lot smaller than I expected, but they were good.
And they probably made them look gigantic on the board when you.
Well, that's how they always The food will always look no better than it is on the pictures, on the menu, on the commercials, or wherever they advertise the food at. So
now the tacos, they came out in the early 2000s. If anybody out there remembers that, and I remember them being amazing. I remember when I was interning at a local radio station, we would have an 30-minute block of music just so that we could leave the studio and go get Burger King tacos. So I was so pumped when they came back and they sold out, and every time I went, they were out. And I was like, dang, you guys didn't think this would be big?
Mm-hmm.
The return of the taco? And then I had 2 today for lunch.
Yeah.
Verily, I don't know why I said verily, very disappointed.
Really?
Yeah, it's following suit with almost everything else on their
Well,
menu.
you're
It's trash.
Well, you're getting a taco from a place that's called Burger King.
I know, but just like I said, in the 2000s, early 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
they were the bomb, dude.
If you say so.
And maybe I just got old man taste buds now. Maybe that's because I had young taste buds that could actually taste. I don't know.
Maybe so, but I don't know.
All right, let's get into this.
Yeah, let's go ahead and taste test. Oop. There you go.
Oh, I can smell it.
Well, I can hear it.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's clear. Is that you got some vodka or something in there, or what?
No, this is just straight goodness.
All right. So far, I think the best one was I think I said the sweet tea or whatever it was called, something with sweet tea in it.
Yeah, that lemon drop sweet tea was awesome.
I smell it now. It smells actually kind of good. So.
Yeah, this thing it's supposed to taste like Skittles.
See, I'm not a fan of Skittles.
I know. I remember you saying that, but I had to bring it because this stuff is absolutely amazing.
All right, well, here we go. We're going to give it a taste test here.
All right, here we go. That's awesome, isn't it?
It's not bad.
Yes!
I will say that. It's not bad at all. This might be better than the tea one.
Really?
I think so, yeah. And like I said, I don't like Skittles, but to me, and it's been years since I've eaten a Skittle, but I tried them years ago, and I just didn't care for them. But this is good. This is probably, I would say, the best one I've tried so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, kudos. If I were, did I rate the other ones?
I think you did.
I'll give this one. I forgot what I gave the tea. But I
think the tea was like a 7.
well, if the tea was a 7, I'll give this one an 8.
Nice.
This one's an 8 out of 10. I would say it's
Nice.
pretty good. It's tasty. I like it.
You're gonna come up to work with one of these one day.
No,
Yes, you will.
I'm not an energy drink kind of
You're gonna-
guy.
you're
I'm more of
gonna
a
be
coffee guy.
You're gonna be tired, and you're gonna go, hey, because we got the gas station right before our place of
Yeah.
employment,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna be like, I'll just stop in there and get me a rainbow unicorn.
No, if I ever get tired, like if I'm about to fall asleep, I'll try to like message some women on like Snapchat or something, and get the conversation going a little bit. If you know what I'm saying, and that'll wake me up a little bit.
I got you.
That's my energy right there. Having the raunchy conversations with women. That's and because I do have a couple of women who don't mind the raunchy conversation. So
Yeah.
it's nice. It's nice to have that in your back pocket when you're tired. It's like, all right, I need to wake up here. Oh, here we go. Let me message this girl right here.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
girl, what you wearing? Or something like that.
Yeah.
And then one thing leads to another, and a little dirty talk over Snap or text or whatever the case may be. So
Yeah.
but today we're not going to talk about women. Unfortunately,
We already did. You just did.
Well, yeah. Well, but going forward, we're going to talk about wrestling, and
we could talk about Mandy Rose.
yeah, we can. It's her birthday. Isn't it her birthday today?
Yes.
Today. Yeah. Happy birthday to Mandy Rose. Otis Dojovich, I think that's how you say his name, something like that. Sent out a special Instagram post dedicated to Mandy Rose. So it was kind of funny. It was a picture of Mandy Rose in one of her many photo shoots she did, and then a screen cap of whenever Otis was in the ring and Mandy Rose was in the ring too. This was maybe a couple of months ago, and Otis, he starts doing that thing where he's just shaking and like he's getting. I think that's what Otis does when he gets excited. Guys, when we get excited, when Otis gets excited, he just, he starts shaking a little bit. Does that thing. He just starts, and he'll shake. I don't know how he does it, but he just starts shaking, and it's quite funny. So when Otis gets excited, especially when a girl like Mandy Rose is anywhere in the vicinity. Marcus Talbert says, "Whoa, who is that?" Who said, "Whoa, who is that no beard man right there?" Yes, Marcus, that is Mikey O in the flesh right there.
A long story.
Yeah, look. It's as hot as it is. I don't know how you went that long with that thick beard and that long hair like that. Like even me, like I kind of trimmed up the beard a little bit. Got a haircut a couple of weeks ago, so
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
well, that's good. I mean, I'm starting to get used to the look now, so it's starting to, it's already starting to kind of grow out because you like shaved it down to the skin pretty much, at least on the sides, but now it's already kind of starting to grow out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm used to it now. But boy, that first couple of days seeing you like that, I was like, man, who is this guy here? So, all right,
Yeah, let's get into
time to dive into some wrestling talk
Yeah.
here. First thing we're going to talk about is AEW Fight for the Fallen, which was this past Saturday night free on BR Live. Let me go ahead and pull up the results here real quick. Any day now, I'll get to it. There we go.
You want to give your star rating for the event, the whole event, before or after we talk about it?
We'll do it after.
Okay.
So, all right. Sonny Kiss defeated the librarian Peter Avalon in the pre-show. Bea Priestley and Shoko Nakajima defeated Dr. Britt Baker and Riho. And apparently Dr. Britt Baker suffered a concussion that is, like, not good. So we're going to find out what her status is going forward. But apparently that concussion was not very, it was pretty serious, so to speak. MJF, Sammy Guevara, and Shawn Spears defeated Darby Allin, Jimmy Havoc, and Joey Janela. Brandy Rhodes, with the help of Awesome Kong, defeated Allie. The Dark Order defeated Angelico and Jack Evans, and a boy and his dinosaur, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, with Marco Stunt. Adam Page defeated Kip Sabian to continue his unbeaten streak in AEW. Speaking of unbeaten, the Young Bucks defeated the Brotherhood, Cody and Dustin. Kenny Omega defeated Shima. The Lucha Brothers defeated SoCal Uncensored. So that is your pretty much your results from AEW Fight for the Fallen. And also Chris Jericho did show up. He cut a promo, which was amazing. It wasn't scripted. Basically, I remember Jericho after the show in a little press conference said this was the first time he'd ever cut a promo. It was not scripted. No one had approved it or anything like that. And he came out. It was great. I wish I had a hookup here to be able to play you the audio, but basically he came out and, telling AEW, all I wanted was a thank you. And then, of course, the fans, thank you, Jared. And he's like, shut up, I don't want it from you. And he's like, sit down, fatso. And he points to some fat guy in the crowd, sit down, fatso. And he's like, plus a thank you means nothing coming from all of you people here in Jerksonville. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, you don't like Jerksonville? They're, booing him. And, oh, you don't like Jerksonville? Well, how about, and he used another J word that I don't want to say because we're on radio. But so Jericho came out, cut a hell of a promo. Adam Page came out and beat up Jericho because Jericho had attacked Adam Page after his match with Kip Sabian, busted, Adam Page open. And if anybody's seen the first episode of Road to All Out, I talked about that a little bit. He had some stitches in there, and he actually pulled them out during the video. Yeah, I was like, oh, he's kind of pulling a Ric Flair there because Ric Flair used to, beat his head and make himself bleed. So sort of what Adam Page did there.
Beast.
Yeah, Adam Page versus Jericho for the inaugural AEW World Championship match. That's coming up, of course, August 31st. So the first episode of Road to All Out is up on YouTube. Y'all should be sure to go and check that out. But back to Fight for the Fallen. Overall, another good show. No Jon Moxley, of course. He's in New Japan right now participating in the G1 Climax. But certainly, nothing really to me, nothing stood out. It was all great matches and everything. Pentagon Jr. I'm sorry, not Pentagon Jr. I can't figure it out. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Very over with the crowd.
Yeah.
Such a unique dynamic with those two as a tag team. A Boy and His Dinosaur is the name of their tag team now, and I find that just to be great. But they're very over in AEW right now, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do in the tag team division, and then eventually Luchasaurus, he's going to go off and do a singles thing, I'm sure, somewhere down the line, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with him. MJF, of course, still, he's MJF. He didn't cut a promo, though. I was a little upset that he didn't cut a promo because right now, to me, he's the best promo cutter in AEW.
Oh, yeah.
Even better than Chris Jericho, in my opinion. It's like 1A, 1B. I put Jericho as 1B. But him and Shawn Spears, still kind of, of course, they're button heads. I thought we were going to see MJF and Shawn Spears at All Out one-on-one, but the way it's looking right now, we're going to see Shawn Spears and Cody Rhodes at AEW All Out. And I'm going to give a little bit of a spoiler here for anybody who has not watched, the Road to All Out, the first episode, which I don't care about spoiling that. I only care about spoiling actual wrestling shows. But apparently, Shawn Spears has now an executive advisor by the name of Tully Blanchard, one of the four horsemen. Yeah.
Could that signal a Tessa Blanchard signing in the future?
I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Tessa Blanchard is one of the hottest female wrestlers, in wrestling right now. She had the intergender match with I can't his name. What
Sammy Callahan.
Sammy Callahan. I was for some reason Sami Zayn was that name was coming to my head. But yeah, and they had a tremendous. You follow Impact a little more than I do. They had a tremendous intergender match at Slammiversary.
Yeah, and boy, did she have a great wardrobe gimmick.
Oh yeah.
Coming out looking like the baseball player.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
God
So,
bless her.
and I think that right there,
Do you even remember me showing you that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the way you looked at me, I thought you were just like, kind of like when you meet somebody you don't know, but they know your name, and you're like, "Yeah, what's up, dude?"
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Do
but
you remember it though?
No, yeah, I remember the
Okay.
picture. I mean, there was a picture you showed me, right?
Yeah.
Where she was in the ring, like you get to see her backside.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You think I forget about that?
Okay.
Come on now,
I'm just
man.
saying.
You
It
think
looked like you did.
No, I remember that. But besides that, the match, everyone had high praises for that match. So Tessa Blanchard really, as her stock is raising right now in professional wrestling. So certainly, and then with Dr. Britt Baker possibly being out, maybe a Tessa Blanchard can come in somewhere down the line, because a concussion is nothing to play with if you're Dr. Britt Baker. Suffering that concussion in that match. So luckily, she has, being a dentist to fall back on, and if she wasn't a dentist, she still has Adam Cole Bebe, by her side. So, hopefully, Dr. Britt Baker.
Finds somebody new.
No, I'm sure Adam Cole Bebe. He likes him some Dr. Britt Baker DMD Bebe. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're probably going to hold her out until TV starts, I would imagine.
At least, and a concussion nowadays in professional wrestling is nothing to play around with. Concussion in general, I don't care what sport it is nothing to play around with. So hopefully, Dr. Britt Baker, because like I said, I'm hearing that it's a little more serious than than they would like it to be. So hopefully, she will be okay. Hambone 61, Jesus Christ on a motorbike. He is beardless and a haircut. Yeah, you know who Hambone 61 is?
That's my boy Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy. He's beardless and a haircut, man. Yeah. He caught me off guard because he came into work on Monday and he had already shaved the beard, but he still had the long hair. So he threw me off.
Well, I tell you what, I did look like Lord Gabin or Gabin or whatever they said.
Yeah. I forgot what Lord Gabin looks like, but you threw me off with that look, and then you left work and came back.
Yeah.
And then you cut the hair off. So the haircut, everything looks good, man.
Two
You look
shaves and
clean
a
cut, man.
haircut.
Looks clean cut over there, old Mikey O. So, but back to the concussion thing. Concussions are nothing to play around with. So Dr. Britt Baker, she could be out for a little while, and I don't know what Tessa Blanchard's contract status is with Impact. Do you have any idea? How long does she have left, maybe? Or?
No, I don't know anything about any of their contracts. Nobody really reports on the Impact contracts. They'll report like when they re-sign, but they won't give like any particulars.
Well, you know how Impact's finances have been. I don't think anybody wants to really report on those finances and be laughed at, So,
yeah.
But certainly we know Scarlett Bordeaux. She's no longer with Impact. Maybe Scarlett Bordeaux can be AEW.
Boy, they better sign that smoke show.
I'm telling you, man, I would love that. So, especially because Dr. Britt Baker, in my opinions, is a huge part of this AEW women's division. So if you don't have her, find somebody like a Scarlett Bordeaux who's got the name recognition now, and then also Tessa Blanchard, who not only has the name recognition but the in-ring ability, just as good as any woman wrestler on the planet, in my opinion, can step in there and maybe take the women's division to a new height. Because I'm not hating on the women, but in my opinion, the women in AEW. The triple threat match or I guess it turned into a fatal. No, it was because it was Kylie Ray, Britt Baker, and Nyla Rose and Awesome Kong. So it turned into a fatal 4-way at Double or Nothing. That was a great match. So Marcus Talbot #CleanCut Mikey. But that match at
let's make it trend.
That match at Double or Nothing was really, really good. Kylie Ray, I think, was a bright spot for that match, but. I found that the women's wrestling at Fight for the Fallen, a little lackluster, in my opinion. So definitely, and I think there's a lot of things.
What would be your star rating
for the women's match?
Yeah.
Well,
like the women in total.
For the women in total, out of 5 stars, I would say 3.5.
Because I'll tell you what, that Allie and Brandy match sucked.
I'd give it a 3.5 because it was okay, but. To me, you could tell Brandy had not been in the ring in obviously a little while. So I give it a 3.5. It wasn't bad.
No,
but,
it was bad.
I mean, I've seen worse.
Like, Brandy was terrible. And I tell you what, if we get a Awesome Kong, Asia Kong match at All Out,
I'm pretty sure we will.
That's going to suck.
You think it's going to suck?
it looked like Asia Kong could barely even walk to the ring.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting. So, and Aja Kong, she's been around wrestling for a long, long time. That's almost the equivalent of maybe something WWE's been doing, bringing back these old farts to go to, Saudi Arabia. Aja Kong, we'll
Looks
see.
like she got Kevin Nash knees.
She might. She's up there, and she's getting up there in age. So
Yeah.
So we'll see. But Aja Kong and Awesome Kong, more than likely, I think that might be a match at All Out.
Like,
So
if I'm
get
Awesome
ready.
Kong, I would have gone into business for myself. I'd have been like, you want me to back down from this hack?
Mm-hmm. You never know. So, yeah, Fight for the Fallen overall, great show. Adam Page looked good. Lucha Brothers and SoCal. Lucha Brothers, I love the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks and the Brotherhood, Cody and Dustin, put on a fantastic match. Overall, and also Sonny Kiss. A lot of people are high on Sonny Kiss. A very charismatic person in Sonny Kiss. He's going to be a big playmaker for AEW. The Dark Order, they moved on to take on the Best Friends at All Out. So it's going to be the Dark Order versus the Best Friends at All Out. Winner will get the first round bye in the AEW World Tag Team Championship tournament, which I believe is going to start when they go to TV.
Nice.
So with that being said, overall show, I would say I'd give it 4 out of 5 stars. It was a good show. It wasn't nothing.
What about that venue? That venue was tight.
The venue, I give the venue 5 stars.
Yeah.
Though. The venue, I love. That's the one thing I love about AEW. They're going to try these different things, different venues. I really loved the setup. 5 stars for the setup, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So kudos to the AEW crew for booking that venue and the way they set it up.
That venue is inside the Jaguar Stadium.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's Shad Khan's.
Okay, well, there you go. I have a feeling they'll be using that venue sometime again in the future, unless they can sell out the Jaguar Stadium.
It's great for TV.
Yeah.
It looks dope.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So overall, the show was, it was good. So
My biggest takeaway was, oh my God, Luchasaurus is a freak.
he is a freak.
He's not only big, but he's fast and athletic.
Mm-hmm.
This dude is going to have their ugly old strap around him one day.
Yeah, he's gonna be another big playmaker on AEW, especially I think now, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, you run with that tag team for a little while, but maybe in about a year and a half,
Definitely.
let Luchasaurus loose on the singles division. Oh man, he's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So, but overall, I give it 4 stars the whole show. The one thing a lot of people were giving the show flack about was at the end. They did the donation for they raised $150,000 for victims of gun violence, which is cool. But Cody once again had to grab the microphone, and WWE is living rent free in the mind of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
You can't counter. You can maybe counteract, or how I said, how he counteract. Me, you can counteract Brandy, you can counteract maybe Kenny Omega, but AEW as a whole, you can't counteract it, this and that, da-da-da. Basically saying WWE, you can't counter what we're doing.
Yeah.
He didn't specifically say WWE, but we know what the hell he's talking about.
And they're stealing cable. They're rent-free and stealing his cable.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Cody, and nowadays everybody's so concerned with, AEW's better than WWE, or WWE's better than AEW, this and that, da-da-da, or AEW, WWE sucks, this and that. Look, I don't care about all that. I like WWE. I watch Raw and SmackDown. I watch the pay-per-views. I watch AEW, and I enjoy all of it. There's really nothing that, it takes a lot. I guess it takes a lot for me to not enjoy something, but, watch it both. Who cares? It's good. They're both good for the business as far as I'm concerned. Brings out the competitive spirit, hopefully in both brands, and both brands can elevate themselves, especially WWE, because now WWE is really seeing competition. They really haven't had any competition before AEW arrived. So,
well, even these people that have been in WWE in the past, like Bully Ray and stuff like that, they're like, Vince doesn't see these guys as competition because he knows he's entrenched as the worldwide wrestling brand.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're the standard bearer in professional wrestling.
Yeah, and I mean, will AEW one day be that? Possibly, but it's not going to be anytime soon.
No, it's not. They're still building. They're still building from the ground up. Their roster is still growing. I mean, they still have a solid roster, but their roster. And look, I'm gonna tell you right now, WWE's roster, even though they have probably 3 times as many people, WWE's roster is probably 2 or 3 times as talented as AEW's roster. It's just that WWE doesn't utilize them to their, to what they can, to what they can be. So
That's exactly what I told somebody the other day. I was saying WWE doesn't know how to make a star. AEW
not anymore. They used to, because they made some stars.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
But the way that AEW is crafting their storylines, and in this short amount of time, they've already made stars.
Yeah.
Out of indie dudes that were wrestling in bingo halls and high school gyms just last year, few months ago.
Yeah.
And they're making them actual stars now. So it's amazing what they're doing in transforming these characters into bigger-than-life heels and faces.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but Fight for the Fallen, good show, 4 out of 5. I give it. So now, coming up, of course, it's All Out. They have StarCast going on. Today, they announced someone that will be appearing at StarCast 3, none other than CM Punk.
Phil Brooks is going to be there?
Yeah, CM Punk is going to be at StarCast, according to Conrad Thompson.
AJ Lee going to be there?
But I don't think so. They haven't said anything about AJ Lee. But, of course, there's been some little controversy on the internet with the IWC out there. Well, specifically with the dude they call Dab and Aladdin. You have talked about.
Yes.
He had bought tickets to StarCast back whenever they had it during Double or Nothing weekend. And apparently they were supposed to have The Undertaker was supposed to be there, Kurt Angle. But then they pulled him because I think a WWE, WWE had something to do with that. And same thing with like Booker T. They announced Booker T was going to be at StarCast, I think, during, for something. But then he got pulled. So that dude, Dab and Aladdin was going on there basically calling them out. Like, you keep saying so-and-so is going to be there and so-and-so is going to be there, but they keep backing out. Like, what the hell? I want my refund, this and that. So that's another story. But now they've announced CM Punk will be there. So fingers crossed that for whatever reason, CM Punk doesn't back out. I don't think WWE's going to have anything to do with CM Punk backing out. But
he'd give him the big middle finger if they said, hey, why don't you back out of StarCast?
Well, yeah.
Can you imagine how much money he's going to make there?
Oh, absolutely.
My God.
But WWE's not going to try to have CM Punk. Because that's the thing. Like, The Undertaker and Kurt Angle were a little bit different. They were, they're kind of property of WWE in a way. But CM Punk hasn't been property of WWE now in over 5 years. So, thing is, Kurt Angle and Undertaker have been with WWE as recently as this year. Obviously, Undertaker just fought this past Sunday, and Kurt Angle had his last match at WrestleMania a few months ago. So, certainly, I can see why WWE pulled those guys out, but there's going to be no reason why they're going to pull CM Punk out. So, a little bit of news there today. CM Punk will be at StarCast 3 in Chicago for All Out on August 31st. Let's move on now. Extreme Rules recap. Let me go ahead and pull up the results for Extreme Rules here. Where is that? There it is. All right. Another good show on Sunday. I really enjoyed it. Pre-show, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Finn Balor to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Drew Gulak defeated Tony Nese to retain his Cruiserweight Championship. The Undertaker and Roman Reigns defeated Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. Really good match. Undertaker looked really good. Roman, it's good that they put him in that situation to where Roman, if he needed to, Roman can kind of carry the team. The Revival defeated the Usos to retain the Raw Tag Team titles. Aleister Black defeated Cesaro in a singles match, which could have arguably been match of the night, in my opinion. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go right now and see what old Unc Dave gave his star rating for that match.
It really shows what WWE thinks about their Intercontinental belt, huh?
Yeah, I don't know, but apparently, we're going to talk about Finn Balor and rumors coming up. But let me see here what the star. Oh, here we go. Doggone it. That's not what I wanted to click. Go back. All right, Extreme Rules. Let me see if they get the star ratings up. They do. Aleister Black and Cesaro. He gave it 3 3/4 stars. That's too damn low.
Match of the night, huh?
Yeah, he gave Roman Reigns and The Undertaker and Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon 4 stars.
Yep.
So, only giving him 3 3/4. He gave Big E and Xavier Woods, Daniel Bryan, Rowan, and Otis and Tucker 4 stars as well. So
it's just another reason to hate him.
Yeah, I think Aleister Black and Cesaro should at least have gotten 4 stars. That was a great match. I mean, I even seen so it was, I guess you can call it a meme. Somebody on Twitter was talking about the Aleister Black and Cesaro match, and it was the video of this guy. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's this big black guy, goes into Subway and he's eating the Subway cookies and like, man, these cookies rock, man. And like he throws it at the guy. He's like, these cookies rock, man. He's all fired up. He throws the cookies like, give me 2 more. Give me 2 more. And so that was basically the react. Like my reaction to Cesaro versus Aleister Black, and it's just a video of this guy saying, give me 2 more. Give me 2 more. They rock. Give me 2 more. And something like that. And I thought it was hilarious. But that match was really, really good. So Unc Dave, screw you for only giving that 3 3/4 stars.
Screw you, Dave, and your dirty ass house.
Bayley defeated Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross to retain her SmackDown women's championship. Braun Strowman defeated Bobby Lashley in a last man standing match, which was the second longest match of the night. Yeah, second longest match of the night. Big E and Xavier Woods won the WWE SmackDown Tag Team titles. AJ Styles defeated Ricochet to become the new United States champion. Kevin Owens defeated Dolph Ziggler in 10 seconds.
Nice.
Kofi Kingston defeated Samoa Joe, so now the New Day have titles around all their waist. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins defeated Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. And then, in 13 seconds, Brock Lesnar defeated Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship after he came out and cashed it in. So that was the big takeaway from Extreme Rules. Overall, Extreme Rules, I would give that show... A lot of people were saying Extreme Rules was better than Fight for the Fallen, actually.
Wow.
Some people were saying that, but I would also give this show 4 stars. It was on par with Fight for the Fallen for me. The best part of the night for me was when Corbin hit Becky Lynch with the End of Days and then looked at Seth and said, "What are you going to do about it, you little piece of ass?" And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, what is this supposed to be PG? Like, I tell you what. You know, the rumors of WWE going away from PG, they're starting to seem more real because, man, they are just doing all this stuff.
Seems like slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. So, and then supposedly, Heyman and Bischoff were supposed to take over last week. Apparently, the rumor now is they're going to take over this week because a lot of people were giving flack to, the Raw and SmackDown this week. They're like, oh, it was kind of lackluster. And I was like, well, it's kind of what it's been. So, deal with it, but whatever. But now back to Extreme Rules. Overall, great show. AJ Styles and Ricochet was a good match. That went about 16 and a half minutes there. Roman Reigns, Undertaker, Drew McIntyre, Shane McMahon. That was a good match. Aleister Black and Cesaro was my favorite match of the night. Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, Baron Corbin, Lacey Evans. I thought that was a good match too. I think that was a pretty good match. Dave only gave it 3 1/4 stars, but the highest rated match from the night was Roman Reigns and Undertaker and Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon, and also the SmackDown Tag Team title match, both at 4 stars. So he didn't even give a star rating to Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins, which lasted 13 seconds. But Brock Lesnar is the new Universal Champion. He will now face Seth Rollins in a rematch at SummerSlam after Rollins won the 10-man Battle Royal on Monday Night Raw. But speaking of Monday Night Raw, another big...
Wait, before we move on.
Go ahead.
Becky Lynch got her face all messed up. Who did that?
That was a spot where... what had happened? I think Lacey had grabbed the chair, and Becky had, kicked Lacey Evans, and, Lacey, dropped the chair, but, as she dropped, she kind of lost it, and it bounced off of Becky's forehead. So Becky got a big whelp on her forehead because she got hit with basically the edge of the chair. So that was accidental. Marcus Talbot, does the Freebird rule still go for the New Day? So is Kofi a double champ? No, I think this is a situation where Xavier and Big E are just, the tag team champs.
He is part of the New Day.
He is part of the New Day, but...
And in the past...
But you know how WWE, they book it however they want,
But in the past, haven't they interchanged their members?
Well...
While they were champion?
When they were champions, sometimes you'd have Big E and Kofi. You had Big E and Xavier. Maybe Xavier and Kofi.
He's got a point.
So, but for right now, it's sort of like when the Shield... When Ambrose had the United States title and never defended it, and then Roman and Seth were the tag team champions. So it's kind of that situation right now. Because WWE, they can book it however they want. They'll say Xavier Woods and Big E are the tag champs, and still waiting for that Big E heel turn that everyone's been clamoring about. We'll see when that happens, but nonetheless, New Day has all the gold. You don't see Big E and Xavier walking around, I'm the WWE champion, or we're, they've blatantly, let Kofi take all that glory to being WWE champion, which is good. I like that. So, but speaking of Monday Night Raw, a big return on Monday Night Raw. Right?
Yes.
Finally, after all the Firefly Funhouses, after all the puppets, making little cameo appearances, we finally got a Bray Wyatt return on Monday Night Raw. Finn Balor celebrating a victory in the ring, doing his, thing where he puts his arms out, and then the music just kind of goes away,
like a record stop.
Yeah, exactly, like a record stopping. Right then and there, I was like, it's got to be Bray Wyatt, but I didn't want to jump to the conclusions. And then systematically, the lights start going out in the ring, and then you hear some movement going on in the ring, and this and that, and then next thing you know, some creepy music kind of starts playing with the lights flashing, and then boom, you see the mask of Bray Wyatt. He has Finn Balor ready for Sister Abigail. Lights come on. He Sister Abigails him, and then stands back up. The creepy lights come back on with the creepy sound effects, and then they zoom in on his mask. And I'm telling you, that was legit creepy. So a good first impression live for the new Bray Wyatt character. The Fiend is what they're calling him. The Fiend Bray Wyatt. So what it looks like is going to happen is that, and I don't think WWE's officially announced it yet, but they'll expect them to announce it. Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor at SummerSlam. Maybe they have Finn Balor go Demon, and maybe Bray Wyatt can be the first one to defeat, the Demon, which I would be okay with, because if you want to put all your chips in for this new Bray Wyatt character, what better way than to have him make a statement than defeating the Demon, Finn Balor,
but
who's never been defeated in WWE.
But on the other hand, it shows you what they think about Finn Balor too, if they're going to give that gimmick up.
Well, I don't know. I mean, because now, granted, WWE, they do stupid things a lot of times, but you can have Finn Balor lose to this new Bray Wyatt character and have Bray Wyatt go on to just beat up everybody, be unstoppable, maybe go on to win a WWE or Universal Championship. But, you can always have Finn Balor come back as a Demon later down the line and then continue to win. Still have only one loss to the Fiend Bray Wyatt, who apparently they're going to put, they want to put all their eggs in that basket of the new Bray Wyatt. So I guess we'll find out.
You think Bo Dallas is happy for his brother, or you think he's jealous?
I'm sure he's happy for him.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bo Dallas is getting paid right now to probably do absolutely nothing, so whatever. All right, so that happened on Monday. G1 update. Let's talk a little G1. Of course, we had our G1 preview, which you can still go listen to. Still, we're only through 5 nights, but I have not seen night 5 yet. So I'm not going to spoil night 5 for myself, really, and anybody else who has not watched it. But I have watched the first 4 nights, which is the first 2 nights of A and B block. So if anybody has not watched those yet and they don't want to get spoiled, warning, I'm about to spoil it. So anyway, looking at let's look at A block first. After 2 nights of A block action, your boy Lance Archer, he's 2-0. He's got 4 points right now.
Everybody dies.
He's tied up there at top of the standings. Also, Kazuchika Okada tied up there with 4 points, 2-0. Also at 2-0, Kenta is 2-0 too. Of course, formerly known as Hideo Itami, now in New Japan. He's having a really good start. He defeated Kota Ibushi in his first match. Second match, he defeated the defending G1 Climax champion Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Wow.
So Kenta's having a really, really good start. He's probably having the best start of the tournament out of anybody, in my opinion. The defending champ, Hiroshi Tanahashi, 0-2 now. So he lost to Kazuchika Okada in night 1. And then night 3, he lost to Kenta. So Hiroshi Tanahashi not having the best start.
But still undefeated in hair battles.
Yes, because now Sonata has his he's got like a new hairstyle and everything. Speaking of, Will Ospreay, Sonata, also Evil, they're all tied at 2 points apiece. They're 1-1. So, and Kota Ibushi's 0-2. Hiroshi Tanahashi's 0-2. Couple of surprises there. Zack Sabre Jr. is also 0-2.
Wow.
So those are a few guys I expected to have much better starts to their tournament. So right now, A block sort of flipped upside down with Okada, Kenta, and Lance Archer with a 3-way tie at the top right now, starting 2-0.
Maybe Lance finally getting the push he deserves.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
And but I will say this: I did predict both Brinkman and I, we do not have Lance Archer winning another match. I lie.
Oh,
I have
snap.
Lance Archer winning his last match, which I think is on night 17, which is the second to last night overall of the round robin portion of the tournament. But yeah, I only have Lance Archer winning one more match for the rest of the tournament. Brinkman has him winning none. So we'll see what happens.
Well, then, as Cartman says, screw you guys.
Screw you guys. Get him. So night B block action now. B block, looking at the standings there, tied at the top. Juice Robinson, he's 2-0. He started 2-0. He's having a good start. John Moxley 2-0.
Dang right.
Also Tomohiro Ishii 2-0. And then those are the three right now tied at the top with 2 points apiece. 4 points apiece. Excuse me. They all have 4 points apiece tied up top.
Bleep, bleep, bleep. That's
B block,
all, folks.
B block. So make sure we're not getting anything in the chat. Okay, he'll go back. Second place, all tied at 1. Taichi with a big win over Tetsuya Naito in night number 4. Also, Hiroki Goto, Shingo Takagi, and Toru Yano, all with 2 points apiece. And sitting at the bottom, Jeff Cobb, unfortunately.
Dang.
Yeah, Jeff Cobb's 0-2. Jay White is 0-2. As well, the Switchblade and Tetsuya Naito, maybe the Brinkman and Cruz's winners, starting 0-2 right now. So he has 0 points. He got upset by Toru Yano in night number 2, and then night number 4, really tough match with Taichi. That was a good match, but he lost to Taichi. So,
You think since Jeff Cobb is like ROH talent, he's a loner, that's the reason why they're hating on him? Because obviously he should be doing better than that.
I mean,
The guy's a machine.
looking at the guys he lost to. He lost to John Moxley,
Okay.
and then I'm trying to remember who he lost to in the other night. Let me see. It would be night number 2. Who did he lose to? Let me see. I'm pulling it up right now. He lost to Tomohiro Ishii, so that was a match I think that could have gone either way, Tomohiro Ishii and Jeff Cobb, but Ishii got the victory there. So, and Ishii's 2-0 right now, so he's having a good start to his G1. So, right now, A block and B block, Cruz is not excited about the results so far, but night number 5 happened this morning. I do not know what happened. Don't tell me what happened. I'm going to go home and probably watch it tonight. So, right now, though, I have 21 points on my G1 scorecard, and I almost had a perfect night. I was watching night number 4 last night. I had to catch up. First 3 matches, I got 3 in a row. I was like, ooh, 3 for 3. Let's go, man. Let me get 2 more. Last 2 matches, both my picks lost. But I have 21. Brink has 30. I don't know what Cruz has.
He's keeping that close to the vest.
Yeah. Well, I can go look on his scorecard. He sent it into our group chat. I could go look. I just haven't looked it up and added it up yet.
That's too much math.
Yeah, way too much math. So that's your G1 update so far. Night number 5 happened this morning. So if anybody has New Japan World, you can go and watch it now if you haven't done so yet. I'm going to go watch it tonight. And then, of course, we'll keep you updated on the G1 as time goes on. But, of course, you can still go listen to our G1 preview that Brinkman and myself did where we made our picks for each night. You can see how wrong we have been thus far and possibly how wrong we're going to be going down the line. So go check that out right now on our Facebook pages and anywhere you can listen to our podcast.
Yeah, your preferred podcasting platform. Your boys are there.
That's right. All right, time for Rumor Mill.
Yeah.
You got some rumors, man.
Yeah, they got some good ones.
All right, let's go get the first one.
So Kevin Owens throwing some pipe bombs out there, right?
Yeah.
So it says Kevin Owens' mic work the past couple of weeks wasn't scripted per Sports Illustrated.
Okay.
It says KO's working on WWE provided bullet points, but a move SI says that shows tremendous faith in Owens.
Absolutely, because we know how scripted WWE gets with their their promos and whatnot, and to have Kevin Owens go out there, which by the way, he's cutting the best promos today in WWE in my opinion.
He's been a tremendous mic guy from day one.
Yeah, I think they just never really let him. They always probably totally 100% scripted him, whereas now they're here's some bullet points, just paraphrase.
Yeah.
So great job doing that because man, he's cutting some fire promos and he's throwing some truth out there, and the truth is going to hurt for some of these folks. He's throwing the shade at like Shane McMahon and Dolph Ziggler, but his promos lately have been on fire, and right now he's slowly becoming the hottest thing in WWE right now.
Right.
So
even though it's scripted, it's I guess connecting with the audience because it's all the stuff that they're saying.
Yeah, and talk is that they want Kevin Owens to be a stone cold like babyface, coming up. So
yeah,
and it goes to show when Kevin Owens came back, he was sort of a face, and then he became a heel, and now he's a face again. So Brinkman told me the other day we were having a conversation how Kevin Owens, great heel, he could be an even better face. And right now, that just goes to show you. To me, whenever he does his stunner, he needs to get a better grip of the folks. Is like, hey, I don't know why. It just looks weird sometimes when he does the stunner. So that's my only knack against him doing the stunner. But, hey, Kevin Owens, I'm all for his mic work and what they're doing with him now. So interested to see where they go with him going forward. I think we're going to see him and Shane go one-on-one at SummerSlam. So
Finn Balor flew back to Ireland after a segment with Bray Wyatt on the July 15th Raw, says PW Insider.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
Went back home. I wonder if he's chilling with Connor.
Nah, I don't know if he's chilling with Connor. He's probably chilling with his new, supposedly fiance. You know
he is.
Hell yeah, he is. Drunk Finn Balor is still the best Finn Balor out there, folks. If you haven't seen the Drunk Finn Balor at the Premier League Championship before, when he got interviewed by his now reported fiance, go watch that. That is Finn Gold.
Yeah,
right there. Like, I wanted to say Finn Gold, but Finn Gold is what that is. So
what do you think he was drunk on? Maybe Guinness? That's pretty Irish.
I get it. I don't care what he was drunk on. It. Drunk Finn was absolutely awesome.
Maybe some mead, some old world type stuff here.
Possibly, but man, that was great. I have to almost want to go watch it again when we get done here. But yeah, Finn Balor fly back to Ireland. The rumor is that he's going to take time off after SummerSlam to recharge, so to speak.
Yeah.
Maybe him and his fiance, maybe they're planning on getting hitched, and maybe he wants to go get hitched, spend some time with her, go on their honeymoon, kind of relax a little bit. Because despite the fact that he hasn't really been on television a lot lately, he's probably been doing a lot of the house shows. So I'm sure he's been on the road and whatnot, and he's been busting his butt for this company, and unfortunately the company's not putting him in the limelight he deserves to be in, but. Go home and recharge. I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think he's going to, pull a John Moxley and say, you know what, I'm going to take some time off and maybe come back later after my contract's up and then go to AEW. I don't think he's going to do that. Plus, I don't think his contract is up anytime soon. So, Finn Balor. Speaking of contracts, real quick, Braun Strowman just signed a new deal with WWE, new multi-year deal. So Braun Strowman, the Monster Among Men, will be with WWE for the next.
They're paying him.
Yeah, they better be paying him. He's a commodity for them. But Finn Balor, supposedly he's going to take some time off after SummerSlam. So that's unfortunate because Finn Balor is one of my favorites, and I don't know, we'll see. But I maybe he'll kind of take some time off between now and SummerSlam. Come back to the SummerSlam match. Bray Wyatt goes over, and then he'll go away for a little bit and come back. And hopefully they'll put him in a main title picture. That's what I'm hoping, but we'll see.
Yeah. Can you imagine the worldwide concussions of a Prince Devitt return to New Japan?
What? Or a Prince Devitt to AEW even.
To go reclaim his throne on top of the Bullet Club?
That would be epic, but I don't see him going back to New Japan.
Because the Bullet Club used to be the hottest thing in the world. Now it's not.
Yeah, it's because they lost Kenny Omega, so.
Out of there.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Tama Tonga is awesome.
Oh, yeah. I love the Gorillas of Destiny.
And that dude he's pretty strong with the promos himself.
Yeah.
Although he has a little girly voice. Please don't beat me up.
He may have a little bit of a girly voice, but you won't say that to his face.
No! Never.
No,
I'll deny it to this day. Even if he watches this video in front of me, I'll be like, nah, it wasn't me.
That wasn't me, dog. No, man. I don't know who that beardless, haircut guy. I don't know who that was.
That was not me.
Don't know. All right, next rumor.
Yeah, Drake Maverick and R-Truth are going to have a 24/7 title match today at San Diego Comic-Con, according to the Insider.
Yeah, I did see that. That's cool.
Yeah.
And, I'm loving the back and forth 24/7 title between Drake Maverick and R-Truth, but at some point, somebody else has got to get involved with this 24/7 title, so, that's just my opinion. But they've been gold, but it's a 24/7 title. Let a couple of guys get in there, and, then you can kind of go back to swapping it between Drake Maverick and R-Truth. But right now it's like a two-man show with this belt, and it's kind of, reoccurring. It's like, let's get somebody else in here. And then the whole fact that every now and again you see the champion running backstage with 10 jobbers chasing him, that's getting a little old too.
Yeah.
So let's start kind of switching it up. And then the segment where they were in the hotel room where Drake was about to consummate his marriage, that was to me that was a little awkward. I mean, I say awkward from the execution.
Awkward?
A great idea, but I think it could have been executed a little bit better. So
Yeah.
But I'm still loving what's going on with the 24/7 title. Certainly,
That's what she said.
apparently reports are that Vince McMahon thinks Drake Maverick is hilarious. So plan to see more Drake Maverick on television. Which right now, I think Drake Maverick's about to feud with Mike Bennett.
Oh,
or
really?
Mike Kanellis on 205 Live. So
Yeah.
we'll see how they do that. Because Truth is now the champion. So 24/7 champion that is,
Yeah.
or the 48/7 European television champion, as R-Truth likes to put it. So
R-Truth was great with that title.
he is.
Hey, you know, as much stock as they once put in Jinder Mahal, give Jinder the belt.
He almost had it. He had a couple of.
He had it at the golf course for a second.
Yeah, he did. He had it like once, or maybe he had twice. I don't. So he did have it for a little bit. Yeah.
Because the guy can cut a great promo, and obviously you're not really doing any wrestling.
Yeah. See, that's the kind of guys where they're not really that good in the ring. You know, do 2 or 3 moves, roll them up, boom, there you go.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, John Moxley personally requested to work with.
Hold on. Wait, personally requested to work with. This is a New Japan or AEW?
This is appearances at Northeast Wrestling.
Oh, is that a Killer Cross?
No. Oh, but God, would that be awesome?
Well, didn't they fight, or they had an altercation or something?
I
I've
don't
seen
know.
the video. I don't know who.
And you can't teach that.
Oh, Enzo?
No.
Oh, Big Cass?
Yeah, my next thing was going to be.
Well, they fought already, didn't they?
I don't know.
Yeah, they fought because he kicked. You know, he beat Cass, I think, at like some indie promotion somewhere.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It might have been at Northeast
Maybe so.
promotion.
It says John Moxley personally requested to work with Big Cass during his appearances with Northeast Wrestling, sources told SI. So, yeah, apparently
Yeah,
they did fight.
they did.
and-
John Moxley beat there. You know what?
Oh,
because I think
imagine so.
because I want to say Enzo might have been there too.
Oh, really?
He may. I can't remember.
I would love to see Enzo and Big Cass get on somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Because they were, and when I say they, it was mostly Enzo, extremely entertaining.
Oh yeah, dude. They're whether you love them or not, you know they are. They're a name. You know they're a big name, and they can. They'll put some butts in the seats.
Like if ROH, if anybody there had a brain, they would have signed these dudes already.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously ROH, you're drawing 200 people to a show.
Yeah.
Sign these dudes.
Yep.
Because when Enzo does the stutter step, that slays me every single time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time.
That's it for rumors.
All right, let's go to Cheap Heat. We got about 5 minutes left.
Oh, snap. Yeah, apparently there's some heat between the SmackDown creative team and Eric Bischoff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
And they better be careful. Bischoff knows martial arts. And whoop that in.
Yeah. Plus, he's the executive director now of SmackDown. So.
Yeah. And you can fire him, which he probably needs to do.
Yeah.
You can go back to writing soap operas.
So what's the heat?
Oh, yeah,
there?
my bad. I'm sorry. It's because he spent 2 weeks moving to Stamford, Connecticut, rather than meeting with staff and learning how the show works. He doesn't care how the show works. It's going to be his show. It's going to work however he says he wants it.
Yeah. So
He's changed. That's what they hired him to do, to change it, because you guys have ruined it. You
yeah.
suck.
And for all we know, Eric Bischoff, is for because he still got to report to Vince. Vince might have said, hey, you show up this date, and so whatever. Let the because I've been seeing a lot of tweets of him moving and whatnot. Because I don't know where he originally lived, but hey, moving ain't easy, especially if you got to move like across the country, which is probably what he had to do. I don't know where he was living. But
He showed any pictures of his new pad?
no, he just showed pictures of him and I don't know if he has a wife or not, but him and I think he has a dog as pet. So they were I saw one picture. They were in the car driving to Stanford. So
I bet you his new digs are glorious.
I'm sure he's getting a nice little paycheck.
Yeah.
And we got one more cheap heat. Mr. Jefferson Hardy got arrested for public intoxication, I think, something like that. Let me see. It was on Reddit.
Does he think he's working for Impact? What's going on here?
Jeff Hardy arrested for drunk in public. This was on TMZ. Let's see. Apparently he's injured right now. Of course, he hasn't really been wrestling, but arrested for drunk in public. He was arrested down in South Carolina for allegedly being drunk in public. He was arrested and booked Saturday for public intoxication and impairment in Myrtle Beach, where he posed for the mugshot that's on TMZ. It's unclear exactly what led to his arrest. Apparently, he was found. I did read that he was found passed out like in a stairwell or something.
Wow,
like
by
that.
himself?
think so. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so not a good look for Jeff Hardy, who's had a history of drug and alcohol abuse.
But
so.
you know who I blame this on? WWE. Squarely on the feet of Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
This guy has been performing forever for you. His body is broken.
Yeah.
And he's still out there doing his thing, risking his body. Let the man smoke some weed. Let this man smoke some weed.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I mean, don't drug test this man.
Well, I don't know if they don't want to do that, but certainly.
I mean, I'm telling you, if he would get the good stuff with the high CBD count, he would be golden.
Yeah. Or just do CBD. It's legal.
Yeah, but you want to do the fun stuff too. I mean, come on.
I mean, but you talk about his body. Like the CBD is what's going to help his body,
Oh, most definitely.
So, I mean, the THC, while it's fun, but
obviously, I mean, THC is going to hit you first.
Yeah.
So that's going to be immediate pain relief,
Yeah.
and then the anti-inflammatory is going to do its job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. They need to take THC out of their wellness program. That's what I say.
Yeah. I guess I
don't think we have these Jeff Hardy problems or these USO problems.
Yeah.
If they're allowed to smoke a doob.
I guess not. Of course, Jack Swagger got caught with it, and then he was given the World Heavyweight Championship years ago. So, So yeah, maybe take notes from Jack Swagger. Huh?
If any WWE superstars need some CBD, www.cbdforyou.net.
There you go. All right, Mikey O, we're just about time, man. Go ahead and take us home.
Yeah, follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Patreon. I think that's it. At the Average Marks.
You said Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, Periscope, Twitch,
Periscope,
Facebook at the Average Marks, Facebook.
Yeah.
And that's it. Also, you can go to streamlabs.com/AverageMarks to donate. You can see it here on the top of the stream if you're watching on the stream here.
And a little running zombie will show up.
Yeah, I need to move it just because if somebody would subscribe right now, it'd pop up on your face. So I need
it's
to
probably
move
for
it.
the best.
So I don't need to move it, but yeah, that's all you got, man.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Thanks to everybody listening on KEZMonline.com or 1310 AM here in Southwest Louisiana. Patrick, get us out of here, son.
Outro.